Good evening. Welcome to the latest edition of the Storm Report Live. We are presented by the pharmacy in Bennington and Manchester and JC Tractor, as well as the Bennington Rescue Squad. Now, today's edition, we will be introducing a new player and interviewing a current player, defensive end Manny Gordon. So I'm going to get right to the announcement. The player that we're going to be bringing onto the team this year, he completes the second punch of the 1-2 punch with the Warren brothers. Please welcome Mike Warren to the Southern Vermont Storm family. Hey, Mike, how are you?
I'm good. How you guys doing?
Good. Well, thanks for joining us today. Anyone that's played in the NFL and other the NFL and other area leagues know exactly who you are and what you bring to the table. I, for one, as a part of the Storm, am very excited to have you and your brother and a part of this team this year. We've hoped for a very long time to be able to put both of you guys in a Storm uniform, so it's pretty exciting for us to finally have that all come together. So my question to you is, how did this all come together?
I basically missed football. I had to take the last couple of years off, because some injuries, and just I had to get myself right. So I think I'm back ready to make a difference.
Excellent. So I want to take a minute to kind of get to know you, you a little bit better, Mike. I did get a chance to kind of talk with you and meet with you back when we played the Bandits on that Saturday night up in Keene. So the first question I have for you is, where'd you grow up?
I grew up in Springfield, Mass.
Springfield. Did you go? What?
Yeah, I went to Commerce High School.
Okay.
Yeah, I played fullback for Commerce High School.
Okay, we'll have to keep that in mind down the line.
Yeah, nah. I mean, I don't play fullback anymore. I mean, I changed my life.
Yeah.
I kind of evolved with the game. The years of the big running back is kind of over. So I kind of evolved with the game. So I kind of took my talents, that I had at fullback and kind of brought it to the line, and it's worked out pretty well.
Well, for sure, no question about that. Where did the love of the game come from for you?
Really watching my brother, man. I mean, he's my older brother. He really introduced me to the game. So just watching him and, like getting older, we never got to play together until we got older. So just that, and him being like older than me and still staying so fresh.
Yep.
It's just, that motivates me to,
no, that's great.
To put
on. What age did you begin playing football? And was there somebody that inspired you to play? Maybe you've already answered that as far as, following in your brother's footsteps.
Yeah, I think I was like 7. I was like
7?
6 or 7, yeah. But at first I didn't like it. I didn't like football at first. They put me at safety. I got ran over. And then I got ran over, and then my brother took me into the front yard, put my pads on, started tearing me up. And then, the hits didn't hurt no more. And then I started giving them.
That's absolutely. I mean, I remember when I played for the Troy Patriots years and years ago. That's exactly what it's about. Once you start delivering that blow, football becomes fun.
Yeah.
And when you catch, you're that's all you're doing is you're catching. You're not playing the game. So I totally understand where you're coming from there.
Right. Yeah. They just threw me at safety. They did me bad. But after that, like it was my first year. They put me at safety. I got ran over, and then my next year, they started calling me Bucky Buck. I couldn't be stopped.
That's awesome.
They put me at running back, and it was over.
So you had mentioned already that your first, your first position was safety. Was there anything that you learned from playing safety that kind of translated to you playing in other places?
Absolutely not. My first year at safety was horrible. I really didn't learn much about the game. I mean, it was, I was scared at first, but it was when I got to running back and I got to, I got the ball and I got to see what's what and who's, everybody was scared to tackle me. So,
you know what? Perspective is everything.
That's really when I started to learn.
No question.
When I moved to running back.
Growing up, was there a player or a coach that kind of inspired you, meaning like a pro player? Anything along those lines, or maybe even somebody that you went to high school with, or even one of your any of your teammates?
Yeah, I mean, let me think. I like the Packers. So I used to like Dorsey Levens. I used to think I was
Oh,
him.
there you go. That's the
Yeah, I
name.
used to I used to think I was him, and
Yep.
then I used to think I was Ron Dane too. Ron Dane.
Oh,
Ron
jeez.
Dane. Yeah,
Yep.
I grew up in the age of the big running back. With
Mhm.
Jerome Bettis was that dude.
Yeah, I miss those days. Yeah, Nick
Yes,
all.
yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yep.
yeah, Smash Mouth football is what we played. So
Hmm.
I liked those guys.
Yep. Was there somebody that you tried to model your game after, on the defensive side of the ball?
No, no, just I mean, just I learned the defensive side of the ball as a grown up. So I really just went with the flow.
Hmm.
So I kind of made my own, lane doing that.
Hmm. Sure. Now, was there someone that pushed you along the way, or does it just kind of come from within to kind of keep you going?
Yeah, just I have a hard time knowing that I'm still good and not playing. So like I'm a fan of football, but it's hard for me to watch it if I'm not playing because then I think I know everything.
Mm.
So I just wanna play again.
Mm. I hear that. No question. Over the years of playing semi-pro, and a little bit of professional football, is there a memory or a game that sticks out to you during your career that you always look back to? Man, that was awesome.
It was a game that we lost against the Taunton Gladiators. Um, it was one of the craziest games I ever been a part of.
Mm.
We ended up losing in overtime. um, yeah, it was just the that was the hardest game I ever played in my life. But
Yeah, it's funny. Sometimes you look at the ones that didn't go the way you wanted, and hopefully you build on those kind of things. Um,
yeah, I don't think I'm still over that.
mm.
That was hard. That was hard.
um, Now that you were with the Storm, what should your new teammates expect from Mike Warren?
They getting the dogs. That's all. I mean, my actions speak for itself. I would hope. I mean,
Mhm.
in my mind, I know, but
Yep.
I'd rather let y'all see, and we go from there.
Oh, absolutely. I think that's where probably the most respect is gained, anyways. Um, you can talk about it, but
Mm,
doing about it's a whole nother thing.
yeah,
Um,
yeah.
so far, I mean, I know it's tough with everything that's going on, but so far, what is your impression of the team in general?
I mean, I like the team. I like the camaraderie,
Mm.
and it's hard to impress my brother. So, so that helped a lot,
Yep. So,
and
what are you looking forward to the most as we move along towards the season this year?
just hitting. I want to hit again.
Mm.
You know, I want to get physical. I'm a physical guy anyway. I've been
Mm.
missing that. I've been lacking that in my life.
Mm.
So I'm just ready to put my hands on somebody and move them. That's
Mm.
it.
um, you played a ton of games over the years. Do you still get nervous before the games, just like it was your first, or is that something that you don't even think about anymore?
No, I get nervous. I get nervous all the time.
No, me too. No, me
Yeah,
too.
I get, but it's not nervous like I'm scared energy.
Yeah.
It's nervous like, all right, let's, you know, you know, let's. I don't know. I hate
No, I get it.
disrespecting
No,
people on camera,
Manny.
but I just be ready to fight.
Yeah. No, I get it because Manny would call me and still calls me on game day to calm me down. So I totally get it.
Yeah, I just
Um,
be ready. I
I
just be
usually
ready to go.
have to tell them, "You all right? How you feeling? You sure? Are you okay?"
yep.
At 9 o'clock in the morning, you all right?
Yep. I
Good.
know.
All
I love it.
right. You eat something?
I love it.
You
Um,
know,
no, now, Mike, you've had a lot of success. You've played for a good amount of
gotta
time.
get to it, man.
Um, what is key for you to continue to play at a high level? Like, what does it take?
I think it just takes, consistency. A lot of football is mental,
Mhm.
So if you go in with a negative energy and you think the guy can beat you, then you're gonna get beat. See me, I think can't nobody stop me
Right.
ever, ever. So I feel like I'm the best when I put the pads on. When I put the helmet on, can't nobody stop me.
Hmm. Now, what do you think is most important for a younger player that's coming up through the ranks to be successful?
Just realize that the loudest in the room is not always the toughest,
Mm.
and everybody who leads, they don't lead by their mouth.
Mm.
Real leaders lead by example on the field, on and off.
Mm-hmm.
And staying consistent and being the presence that everybody feels as soon as you walk onto the field.
Now, the last question for you before I get over to Manny: what are your passions outside of football?
Can you say that again?
What are your passions outside of football?
I played basketball, but I used to get my shot blocked as an adult, and I tried to fight everybody, so I quit.
All right, man. Well, I appreciate you taking the time. I'm really looking forward to working with you this season, and feel free to hang around, or you can take off either way. Man, thanks for taking the time. I'll talk to you soon.
All right. Nah, thank you guys for having me, man.
Oh, absolutely.
All right.
You can't make it out there on the field.
Uh-huh.
Always ready to work.
Amen. Amen. All right, Manny. Well, first, hey, Nate.
And you're back for the show, huh?
That's right.
Back for the show, kid?
He's back.
And bam.
So, Manny, believe it or not, this coming up year technically would be your third season with us. Does this seem possible to you?
Yeah.
It's crazy, isn't it?
It doesn't even seem like it.
No, it doesn't.
Doesn't even.
Yep. So anyway, we'll try to get back on track here. I got my helper here with me. So first of all, first question for you: when did you begin playing football?
Troy Patriots.
Mm-hmm.
I was 9 years old. Troy
9.
Patriots under
Yep.
Mr. Gully.
The
Yep.
best.
I remember almost every coach I've ever had. Yep, the good old days.
No, I remember that. I mean, that was. I remember going into it, always being nervous because I didn't fit in, but as soon as a few weeks went by and Mr. Gully was kind of wrapped your arm around you, so you know what, you can do this, and that's all I needed to hear. So I love that guy. I owe a lot to him.
He's you and me both. He's really a big part of my whole football experience and as well as my life. I still have Troy Patriot trophies. My mom never throws my trophies and stuff away, so I still a lot of great seasons. And that's where it really all started. It all started on that dirt field, which is eventually turned into Lansingburg High School.
Okay.
So what it is.
Yep.
What it turns into.
Oh wow! I guess I didn't piece that together. You're right. Huh.
I've been a part of every. So
that's cool. I guess I didn't connect those dots. That's interesting. What made you want to play football?
I didn't.
No?
I didn't at all. No interest, zero interest. I was into karate. Believe it or not, I was doing karate. My mom, me and my brother, she goes, I need something to get you guys and wear your energy out. And karate was just too slow. I couldn't really get loose the way I wanted to. I was always a really nice kid, so everybody thought I was soft. So karate just wasn't physical enough for me. It was too much to deal with. And football, my uncle was like, hey, well, you know what? Why don't you come over here and play some football? My mom talked my mom into it. Brought me down to Troy Patriots, signed up at the vet's house, at the vet's center. And we came in and I just put the shoulder pads on, a helmet. I was like, so I can run into him as hard as I can and not get in trouble? I was, yes.
Yeah, that's the difference right there. Yep. I remember my high school coach always used to say, this is the only sport that you can assault somebody and not go to jail for it.
Trust and believe me, and I live and die by that one.
Yep. Yeah, the other thing is you
Believe
used to
that.
always love to say fist fight in the phone booth. That was another one thing you used to
Mhm.
say an awful lot. Um,
Yep.
where did you start playing football? Obviously, Troy Patriots. So you've already asked that question, so my apologies there. What high school did you go to?
That same field,
St.
Lansingburg
Paul?
High School. Same field. Telling you, Lansingburg High. My first coach, Lansingburg High, was Mr. McGrath, Coach McGrath. No, Coach Reynolds. Coach Reynolds, Mike Reynolds. Great dude. Coach Holmes, he was a great guy. I remember when Pete Porcelli first came to Lansingburg High School. I remember the day he got there. Scared the
Mhm.
hell out of all of us because he was huge. He was humongous. He
Mhm.
was he's a big guy, even then. So and then I was playing JV. My first position was I was a running back. First position was a running back. Didn't like it. Hated it.
Mhm.
I don't like I and then I realized I was like, I want to hit people. Why am I being hit?
Mhm.
So I started, my sophomore year, started playing a little bit of linebacker, played some corner. I've mastered the safety and corner positions as far as I'm concerned. Not the biggest,
Yeah.
not the fastest guy,
Yeah.
but you're not going to outsmart me as far as how you want to run your route tree. I'm not, no fool for it, you know. And that's where and then I got to high school, and then it was a guy, Coach Lou Vega. He came up. He was being coached by Mr. Bouquet and Coach Porcelli for the it was a arena football team. I forgot where it was. He was like, "Yo, let me see something." He puts my arm out. He goes, "You have a real long reach," and I had decent footwork. He was
Mhm.
like, "Get by our best offensive lineman." He put my man, Mike Big T, shredded him. Boom, put full extension, got that dip and rip move going, and I've been the DN ever since.
Well,
160
yeah,
pounds. Yeah,
yeah. Now, how much do you think? How much do you think that karate helped you? I bet you it did.
it was. It did,
Yep.
and that's another thing. That I was like, thank God I did karate first, because now I know how to use my hands and where to
Oh,
place
that's
my
huge.
hands, and not.
That's huge, and that's the thing. Like for me, I can't. I don't think the single sport athlete is the way to go. I just
No,
don't. You just you get burned on. You get burned out on it, and you don't learn different skills. There's only so much you can do, and there's only so much attention you're going to get when you say to somebody, "Okay, we're going to work on your handwork at practice." Well, how far does that really go? You have to
exactly.
you have to find it somewhere else. Be taught
You
somewhere
have to
else.
know how to use it in the first place.
Yep.
Because I did the karate thing, and then I was doing football. When football was out, I was boxing. So trust me, my hands they work.
Mm. Now,
That's what helped me out.
yeah, was there someone that pushed you to keep going in football, or did that kind of come from within?
Uh, Mr. Goalie and Coach Porcelli,
Mm.
my coaches.
Yep.
I'm big on being coachable because I was quite a bit to deal with, especially in high school.
Mm.
But as soon as I got on the football field, it was a whole different person. I'm being coached, and you don't want, and you want to be, in high school, I was one of those guys, we top of the line, we're the stars, we're the guys, you know what I'm saying? But
Mhm.
you get humbled after a while when you get smacked in the mouth, thinking
Mhm.
thinking it can't happen, you know.
Mhm. Sure.
There's definitely my coaches and the experience going along and being knocked off your high horse. Got to get smacked in your mouth a few times to remember that you don't want to lose your teeth, so you got to fight back.
Right. No, I agree with that
And
completely. Now, how big is football in your life? Where do you think you'd be without it?
I'd be nowhere.
Yeah.
I'd be somewhere, but it's nowhere. Trust me.
Yeah. Now, 2019 was your first season with the team. What kind of made you want to come to the Storm and kind of give us a chance?
I wanted. It was a couple of things. One, I wanted to go somewhere where I could reestablish myself as a player. Period. It's
Mhm.
hard to play with a bunch of guys that you know, and you know how things is gonna go before it even happens. It's I need to change the scenery all at once. It's like
Mhm.
it's not working for me. I'm not having fun. I'm not once I stop having fun with it, I'm done with it. And I never
Mhm.
thought football would make me feel like that. And I had to find somewhere. I was like, let me go somewhere and recreate my game.
Mhm.
And it was nice to go up there and play with a bunch of guys that didn't know me. That's what I enjoyed the most.
Mhm.
I could walk in and say, "Oh well, I've done this, I've done that. I have these championships. I've played for this guy. I know this guy because I've seen guys like that, and I'm
Mhm.
usually not impressed. So I didn't want
No.
to be that guy.
No.
You know what I mean? I want to get my knowledge of the game to some guys and probably hopefully be be appreciated. And
No,
you
no,
guys will.
but I respect and certainly understand that. I mean, your first year with the team, you made a hell of an impression on a lot of people. It's certainly appreciated, and I'm glad that you ultimately decided to come here, because it's been nothing but a pleasure. Um, Looking now, 2019 was your first season. Was there a game or any play or anything like that kind of makes you feel like you're here, so to speak, or some? I wouldn't say that you arrived necessarily, but something that you can look back to and say, you know what, that was, I helped the team.
You know what? I was talking to you a couple of days ago about this one play in particular. It was crazy. We were on kickoff. I think we were playing. I want to say it was the Hitmen for the first time.
Yep.
It was like 95 degrees in the shade type nonsense. We were on kickoff. We're running down the field. I was the first one down the field, and I over pursued. Now, especially on special teams, because that's where I've always started. Like even in high school, I always had to make my mark on special teams, and that's where I eventually better and better and noticed. And I over pursued. I hate when cats over pursue on kickoff. It bothers the hell out of me because that's the most important play of the game. I don't care what anybody says. Kickoff. If they run that out, it's the most important play of the game. It's game of inches, field position, period. So over pursue. Oh crap! And then I get blocked, bang, get hit once, twice. Ran this dude down all the way to the 1 yard line, and I'm pretty sure you remember. Ran him to the 1 yard line, and we made that goal line stand, and they did not get in the end zone.
No, they didn't. No, I think by the time of that drive ended, they were around the 30, I think, because we just got them time after time. It was I remember that. Yeah, I remember that quite a bit. That was a good time.
Yeah. And there's another one. Me and Coach Post and a couple other guys call it the flu game, the Manny flu game.
Yeah.
That was crazy. I was dead.
Yeah, you blocked the
I blocked the punt, and there's one play. My little nephew was at the game too, and my uncle was there, and my girl, and my daughter. Everybody was there.
Yeah.
I blocked the punt. I didn't realize I blocked it, and I just screamed, "Poison, poison, poison!" So now every time my nephew sees me, he goes, "Oh, look at you, poison, poison, poison!" J.O. knows exactly what I'm talking about. Every time he sees me, poison, yo, it's poison. I'm like, you know what, and all I had to do was turn around, and the ball was right next to me. Yep. Freaking Quentin and Smiles almost ran me over trying to get the ball. So I was like, all right, great. And then I was like,
that's great. 2020 was a different year to say the least. But
it didn't feel fun, not even after the game.
Yep.
They said the flu game, not quite the flu game, but it'll get you there.
Yo, no question. Now, moving towards to this year, you were able to play a couple games for us this year. How was it to get back in the field and win a couple football games, considering the situation across the nation?
It was everything I needed, especially everything I've been going through this year, and trying to go back to play for my hometown, and it was everything for me because I needed to play. I needed to relieve a lot of stress. Family stuff has just been bad. I even if you remember, I went and moved to Utah for the summer, and then look, I'm back. You know what I mean? So it's been a lot of stuff going on. But being able to come back and play a couple football games and actually having fun, I remember how fun it was, and that's all I need. That's all I needed. And now,
that's great. That's kind of what we're here for. At the end of the day, that's really what it's about.
And I remember you asking me after my first. I think it was the first game, or it might have been the first game I played. He was like, "How does it feel to get a sack? And when's the last time you got a sack and an interception in one game?" I said, "Never, never have."
Yeah,
playing football well over 20 years and never got a sack and an interception in one
game. That dude threw it right to you.
Yeah, he did. And I called the play out, and I'm looking. And a lot of guys that know me know I will diagnose your offense before you hike the ball. And sometimes I don't even know what the hell you're running. It just looks like this is what I would do. With the first play, he pumped the screen and then threw it deep. And I'm like, I'd be damned if you really think you're gonna actually throw that screen this play. And the dude slipped and damn sure did. He threw that. He slipped. The ball was a little grabbed it. And Troy, he was like, "You're gonna catch a pick this game. You're gonna catch a pick this game." I was like, "Dude, Joe, all I'm saying is, I'll call the plays out. You just go get them. I'm not catching no interception. I'm not doing anything." And I'll be damned. He threw it right to me.
Yeah, I remember that.
I didn't even run. Laid right down. I'm like, "Oh my god." Yeah.
Now, as we look towards 2021, what are you the most looking forward to?
The most we have to finish what we started.
Yeah,
We have
yeah,
to finish.
yeah.
Long overdue for it. And I tell you, guys, and you know, especially for the guys that do not know, if you're playing with me, I want to see where your heart is at. Every game, I don't care if we know we're going to beat them by 50. I want to see where your heart is at. Every game is a learning experience. I'm still learning, and I like to just get that. I want to see that the passion that it was there when I first showed up. That's when I was like, oh, I love these guys. Oh my god, I love these guys. And then when I got there, you know, this year played a couple of games with you. I'm like, I don't see. I know we're missing, and that's what. And it's funny because Mike was here, and he was like, he said, Monty isn't easy to impress. And right before we started that game, when I came back, I was looking. I'm like, my usual. I see a lot of smiles around here. You know, guys better be locked in. So Monty goes, "Oh, you better show me something. You're talking an awful lot." I was like, "Man, you probably one of the few that don't know." And I caught that pick in that sack that game. He was like, "You got the juice." I'm like, yo, my man, you too.
Yeah, he's another guy that I can't say enough good things about.
Hit it off.
I really enjoy having him around. What I just kind of want to kind of continue on that thought. Like for me, 2019 was wildly successful. 2019 was a blast up until that last game, and obviously we didn't get the job done in a championship game. And then we 2020. We figure out everything we can figure out to possibly play football this year. We, all the guys committed to having to basically travel every week. We're winning football games. We won a playoff game, and that Tuesday the season's over. So we've kind of had the tagline of unfinished business. The fact of the matter is, it's unfinished business times 2. And if you can't get ready to play this year, and you're not going to, put it all in this year, then what are you doing? Because the goal is to win that championship, nothing else. It doesn't matter. It isn't undefeated. It's not number 1 seed. It's win it's to win the championship. That's all that matters, and that's what I'm looking to do. Because that's what we have to do. We have a job to finish right now. It's 75% done, and this year's
way overdue. Where I'm from, can't be normal. It's what we expect. It's nothing more, nothing less. From where I'm from, you don't win a championship, it's a failure. But what do you play for? You don't play to lose in the first round of the playoffs, do you?
Yep. No, not at all. Not at all. So, obviously our goal is to win that championship. In your eyes, how do we get there?
Stay the course. Stay the course. Be coachable. A lot of young guys, check the ego at the door. Everybody's got a pair. You know what I'm saying? We just got to play together. We got to play together. Know what's best for each other.
Yeah.
All divaism at the door. You know what I'm saying?
No.
Guy beating you, find one of your teammates that can beat that man. I'll tell you, that's in a hurry. I'm like, listen, I can't beat him. I've done it a few times. Yo, Smiles, I can't beat him. Yo, Billy, I can't beat him.
No, there's been times. Absolutely, there's been times where we've had. I mean, not me. Well, I guess I could put myself in that boat. But if you're playing offensive line, and that dude is killing you, either you have 2 options: figure out a way to get it done, or you're man enough to say, "I need help." Nothing wrong with that. We need more of that.
And just saying that one thing is that I need you to help chip in. That can be the difference between a -5 yards and a touchdown. It's all about execution. If you can execute a scheme as far as just being able to chip that man, but all right, that's all I need. I can ride him out. Like it's all camaraderie. You got to trust the guy next to you to be able to keep it real. Like, yo, I can't beat the guy.
Yep.
You know what I mean? I need help. Be honest with yourself and everybody else.
Yeah, and it just it is okay to say, you know what, that guy got the job done, and next week I'm going to go out and take my spot back. It's not even losing the spot; it's just doing what's right for the team.
Right,
and that's it. I mean, we all are bad.
Yeah,
it's nobody's perfect. We just got to use the pieces that we have, and we got to pick each other up.
Yeah, for sure. You got to be able to learn from it. You got to be able to be coachable. You got to be able to take the constructive criticism. And I like Coach Post. I love Coach Post. That's my guy. I remember we were having a conversation on the way to one of the games. He goes, "Yeah, you know, when you first got here, I thought you might have had a little bit of problem being coachable, but he's like, I couldn't have been so much more wrong. I couldn't have been so wrong in my life. I was like, dude, I'm all about it. You know what I mean? I'm willing to help. You know, and as far as being a player, I would probably got a few years left. I'm gonna keep real with myself. So at some point, I'm trying to have the hat with the polo on too. So I have to have a level head and keep it real within itself and my ability to the game and seeing where people's strengths and weaknesses are and be able to help them. It's not football isn't just about helping yourself and whatever it does for you. It's about being able to spread your knowledge and sprinkle that knowledge down to whoever it looks like needs help. Because everybody loves the game. If anybody loves the game, I'm sure they'll listen.
Yep. No, I agree with that completely. So last question for you. For the new guys that haven't played with you yet, I think you've kind of sort of already answered this question anyway, but I'm going to ask you again. What should your teammates expect from Manny Gordon when they meet him or see him play?
Well, just know maybe don't take plays off. So if I see you taking one off, I'm gonna be offended. Message to the new guys. Work hard.
Yep.
Work hard and we'll play harder. We'll work hard. We'll play way harder after we get that chip. I promise you that one.
Absolutely. All right, man. Well, I wanted to, thank you for taking the time to come on. We're going to try to do these, once a week with a bunch of different guys. Of course, with everything that's going on, it's hard to, we can't really have too many team activities or anything like that. So in the meantime, you're going to use this a little bit of a bridge to kind of keep everyone engaged, and hopefully as we move along, we'll be able to talk again.
Yeah, and for any of the teammates or any of the guys that want to reach out, we get some work in. Even if you want to ask me something, we get together, just get the bond. We gotta do the championship run starts now. It doesn't start the first practice. It starts now.
Absolutely. All right, man. Well, we'll talk to you soon. See you guys.
No doubt, Coach. Catch you later.
Yeah.